this is Hot Takes. Welcome to me reacting to your semi-controversial footy opinions. I'm also wearing a backwards hat because I'm a wanker, but you're also watching a man in his mid-20s talk to himself, so not so quick to judge. I was going to put the intro in this bit, but, you know, it's Hot Takes. Let's just get into it and go from there. I hope you're having an awesome week. Thank you for watching the previous video. If you haven't, click on that after this. It's a more relaxed Daz vibe that we're going for here. So, stuff the intro, let's go. Hawthorn's loss to Gold Coast will spark something. Once the top injured players start to return, we'll make a big jump up the ladder. Now, I love Riley. He contributes a lot to Talking Hawks as well. So if you're a Hawthorn fan watching this and you haven't checked out Talking Hawks yet, I am a part of that. A bunch of other awesome people are a part of that, so go check them out. But Riley, very politely, and I'm past the 20-second mark by a little bit, so I can say this now, it fucking better at this point in time. Now, Lewis back potentially this week's awesome. CJ's going to come back through the VFL, so that is pretty damn good, but big jump up the ladder. If Hawthorn don't finish bottom four, I would be a bad electrician. Shocked. Fucking Jesus. If it helps, I don't know what's wrong with me either. Let's move on. Hawthorn aren't making a big jump up the ladder, Riley. I love your optimism. I wish I could have some. Unfortunately, I watched the entirety of the Gold Coast game, and I watched the last quarter back because the Wi-Fi ran out in my house. Yes, I watched it back, knowing the result. There should be an AFL team in New Zealand. Really completes the whole Anzac Treaty we got. Now, I am not really a war enthusiast, historian, any of those words. I do know enough about the Anzacs, don't get me wrong, that's not where I'm going with this. Completes the whole Anzac Treaty. Sure, should there be an AFL team in New Zealand? I mean, there is that part of my brain that goes, there's already way too many teams here. Like, the NFL has 32 for a country that has 330 million with rosters of 53. Like, we have a tenth of their population in just one sport, but we have over half the teams with 10 less on the squad. Like, we do not have the talent that justifies all these teams. But as soon as I say we should probably get rid of this club or this club, fans get mad. But we have too many teams. 16 was the perfect number. But would I be against this in the future? No, of course not. Should it be a New Zealand? Yes, it should. Not like a Christchurch, Wellington. Just one team from New Zealand, I think would be pretty cool. Shoot me, but not until I'm wearing diapers again. What? West Coast top 12. This is spicy. This is where we start diverting from the white people, from the really white people, and I am a big fan of that. Now, do I agree with this? No. West Coast is still going to be bottom four. Do I love the audacity of the take? Absolutely I do. Now, are West Coast going to be better off now that their midfield and especially their defense are healthier? Absolutely they are. Are they going to be able to play the quality of Richmond every week? No, they're not. So they're going to be fun to watch. They're going to be really frustrating to watch. And of course, the rise of Harley is going to be interesting, although media dilution or saturation of him, I should say, might dilute our joy. I don't see this happening. I love where you're going with it in terms of spice, though. Beautiful. Despite North's struggles, Harry Sheezel will earn an All-Australian jumper by year's end. My big bugbear with Harry is actually not what it seems like social media's is. Now, I'm the kind of guy who likes when I disagree with Twitter because Twitter can be a little bit of a cesspool, so I'm not really concerned with that. But my big problem with Harry is not that he's getting cheap disposals, or that I think it was only 7 of his 36 on the weekend were contested, something like that. My concern is these aren't translating to scores. His score launches are not that great, and he's below average one-on-one for a defender. Those two things aren't great. I think he only had the 5 score involvements on the weekend, and that's not to discourage anything. Nick Martin, when he had his 44 disposals, only had 5 as well, so, which again is not that great. I've got no problem with uncontested ball, and I actually think Nick Dacos helped me mature this opinion, is that if you get cheap disposals but they're leading to scores, I'm all for you and I'll back you to the hilt. But are we getting the best version of Harry out of 35 and not too many scores? Not really. I don't think we should be sacrificing the amount of ball that he gets, but North, once they're able to put these chains together, he will become a whole lot more damaging. Will it result in an All-Australian jumper? It might. He's obviously not going to be a key defender, but Luke Ryan's pretty much sewn up a spot. Can we agree on that? I think Nasiah Wanganeen-Millera will probably get there. Nick Blakey could definitely end up in an All-Australian jumper, and plenty more guys that I've missed will be in contention. If Max Holmes continues his form, there's an argument to be made. I like this one. It's debatable. If I had to put money on it, I would say maybe not. But I do like this, and you've made me think, which is what I love in a hot take. Carlton don't make it past the semis. The fact that this is going to infuriate a lot of people, and it's come from a Collingwood supporter, is chef's kiss awesome. And you know what? If it was right now, I would agree with you wholeheartedly. Whereas, surely they've got to get healthier. And a healthier Carlton is awesome. Now, I'm a believer that ball movement and talent is becoming more of their game than the contested stuff. How that translates to finals is going to be really interesting. Yes, Collingwood were such a good ball movement team last year, and that did help them win the flag. Of course it did. The fact they were able to win key contests in the middle of the ground, even while Brisbane were coming in that last quarter, were huge contributors. I still think they lack some outside class. Jack Carroll's been really good in that area. Adam Chera can be better in that way, but right now, as I have it, I have no idea why Jared and Kingy have Carlton in their 4. They just don't seem like that to me. You need to be able to put the foot down and bury some teams. The only one they've been able to do it is North so far, but I'm loving what GWS are doing, and I can't put Carlton really on that tier yet. So don't make it past the semis. I'm on board with this right now. At the end of the year, though, this is beautiful. You could be a genius, and I love that for you. The Crom will still cause an upset in the first round of the finals. They fucking better. Oh. If they're not going to be top 4, please be top 6. Adelaide, please. I mean, I loved everything they did at Marvel. And look, I loved a lot of what Carlton did too. Now, behind the ball, they were terrible in the last 4 minutes of the game against the Crows, and getting a little bit bashed for that. Maybe a little bit more so than they need to, for sure. But I think the Adelaide win is kind of getting diluted a bit, because it's like, you did what fans wanted you to do for a month and it worked. Sometimes you go, how much do the clubs really know? And I think that's quite an ignorant view. But also, sometimes the simplest answer is the answer. It's called Occam's razor. The simplest answer is the right one. And Isaac Rankin in the middle is just the right answer. And Jake Saligo's a star. But if Adelaide win a final, I'll feel better about my top 4 video. I'm not going to lie to you. Will I feel great about it? Probably not, unless they finish 4th, of course, but we'll see how they go. Cause an upset? I still think they can make finals, for sure. If they lose this week, probably not. I'm sorry for cutting your name off at the top here, and for some reason the read more button wasn't working on my phone when I took this screenshot, but we can get the gist of it here. I think Will Graham should have got the Rising Star nom instead of Harley Reid. 14 tackles in your second AFL game as an 18-year-old is seriously impressive. Yes, it is. Absolutely it is. He wasn't better than Harley, though. Nick Dacos isn't going to be in Brownlow contention again this year. Might be about 8th to 10th or 9th to 10th. He's not in Brownlow contention now. You need a vote and a half a game. So 22 games or 23 games, 1.5 votes gets you 34. We don't play halves here, so we'll say 34. 34 will win you the Brownlow nearly every year, right? Apart from Wines and Dusty, but again, let's take some anomalies out. 34 votes to win you the Brownlow. Vote and a half per game. Is anyone really sitting here thinking that Nick Dacos is on 7.5 Brownlow votes? Absolutely not. Now, yes, they can pile up throughout the rest of the year, and you can make a run, but historically, players coming from large margins late in the year to snatch a Brownlow does not happen, really at all. So, yeah, I don't think he's in Brownlow contention now. 9th to 10th, 2 top 10 finishes this early in his career is extraordinary. So bloody hard to win once. And he hasn't won one yet. Look at Marcus Bontempelli. Hasn't won one yet. Oh, that's extraordinary. So they are bloody hard to win. So I'm with you. I don't think Nick Dacos is in Brownlow contention right now. And the winner of Hot Take of the Day goes to this one. Laura Kane will front the media this week and ask, what the fuck do you people want? A non-goal review cost a team a spot in the finals last year, you dumb, and you can figure out what that word is there that I've blacked out. Now we review more and you crack the shits? Nah, you can all go and get fucked, mate. Perfect. Look, it is too much, but everything about this is perfection. there is a part of me that's like that. We want to get too cautious. The fact is, though, people are going to argue, yeah, it's round 6, not 23 or 24. So let's calm down a little bit. But the way this is framed, I love the thought of Laura Kane figuring out now that this is a winless job, no matter what she does. So she can just go about it her way. That's fine. If anyone's heard of the Crypto.com conspiracy, I fucking love that as well. That's so great that the AFL need to get certain number of times cryptos up on the screen so they're getting more score reviews. It's great. It's fantastic. And because reviews suck so much, as we know that most of them are iffy, and Carlton fans could say, well, Matty Owi's one wasn't touched and it was umpire's call, so they're still getting them wrong anyway. Why do we have them? I would probably agree with you. Let's put faith in humans and let's not attack them personally when they get shit wrong. There are 120 minutes in a football game to kick scores. One ain't going to make a shred of difference. And even Crows fans last year, I know it was late in the game, but you had 22 other matches and you had other opportunities in that game to kick more goals. I know it sucks and we can only play what's ahead of us. I know that. But if we all got rid of reviews, we'd probably be happy with it. If we had less reviews, we'd probably be happy with it. And can we guarantee we're going to get the right result every time? No, because it's not tennis. And the next bastard that tells me we need a captain's call or a captain's challenge, no, we don't. Stop it. So those are hot takes. Shout out to me because I edited this video, because I edit all of them. Shout out to you for being absolutely fantastic. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe and click the bell to join the Daz Talks Footy family. Make sure you go and watch the biggest winners and losers from round 5, and that thing went pretty damn well, so I'm going to do it for this week as well, and I'll be watching plenty of footy this weekend, as I hope you are too, and I'll be going to Marvel and North Melbourne versus Hawthorn, so if you're interested, why not say g'day? Why not? I'll be in a Hawthorn Kmart hoodie probably, because it's going to be freezing, and I'll be surrounded by 2 North Melbourne fans, so I'll buy you a drink, because if we lose, Monday's video is going to be unhinged. So enjoy your evening. Stay safe, you absolute legends. Enjoy your weekend. Goodbye.